Hey fam, what's new? Welcome to ivyvibeztarot, where the cards meet consciousness and we dive deep into the language of spirit. Here, the tarot is more than prediction. I believe that it's a mirror for your soul, helping you understand your patterns, your purpose, and the energy moving through your life right now. So, what I would like to do is explore with you guys each of the cards, the symbols, the elements, and also take a look at numerology, your life path numbers, and different things so that you can truly understand the messages, what they mean for you on a practical and spiritual level, because I don't know the knowledge and extent of each viewer. So I am hoping that with this, you guys gain more understanding and more understanding of like your spiritual lessons and the energy around you. I'm also trying to, what I have done in the past is really get into giving guidance and exploring real spiritual challenges so that you can navigate, your journey with more awareness and power. Sorry, my daughter keeps hitting me up. Anyway, today, what I'm going to get into is what is coming towards you. So we're going to start off with getting some energy here. Let's see what the energy is around you. You're working a lot. It really feels like you're working a lot. You might be overburdening yourself. Or this could be what you have coming up, what you may be expecting for this week. You might feel a sense of a heavy workload. But this could be a repeating cycle, for some of you, where it's just something that really never feels like it ceases to end, okay? Because we've got the Ten of Wands there, and this could also be creating, or could potentially create some physical strains on the body. So please make sure that you are taking care of yourself physically, emotionally. It could be a lot, and spiritually. So make sure that you are incorporating some type of mental health and spiritual practice to help you when it comes to navigating through whatever workload you're going to be carrying. Let's see why this is here. What all are you dealing with, or what all will you be dealing with that may be coming up for this week? And, I would say too, even just with work itself, if you work, there could be a lot of responsibilities that you have. If you are retired and you don't work, you still could have your hands full with a lot of things, because even when you stop working and you get to the age of retirement, there still are a lot of responsibilities that you may end up taking on, especially if you are someone who cares for a lot of people in your family, if you do a lot of charitable work, if you just have your own things that you do. Maybe there's some extra things around the house that you need to get to. This specifically is looking like you may be dealing with some heartbreaking issues that could be coming up for this week. And I won't say that this is specifically dealing with a relationship, but just things that in general may be tugging at your heartstrings. If this is dealing with a relationship, that may feel like it's an extra burden for you to carry on top of all the other responsibilities. If you know what that feeling feels like when you are going through crazy, heartbreaking things and it's weighing on you mentally. The Swords is all about what's going on with you mentally. It's hard to focus on work because you're hurting, physically hurting inside. and your mind can't do anything except focus on what it is that you are dealing with. If there is another person that is involved in your relationship, and even with this is usually, a lot of people like to put a person in there, but sometimes it could be work that your other person that you're dealing with is involved with. It could be another family member or a friend, or distance between you. But there is something that may be plaguing you, if it, is specifically dealing with a relationship, outside of a relationship, dealing with a heartbreaking issue. Possibly it could be like me, where somebody close to you that you know and are very fond of passed away. And that can be, a hard thing for you to carry. If you are dealing with any type of things surrounding a funeral, and you are the one that is carrying the responsibility of taking care of things, it may not leave you any time to actually grieve and deal with your own stuff, because you might have to be that strong arm for other people to, or a strong shoulder for other people to lean on. So that is what it is looking like for what is coming up. How is it that what is that? That's something I never noticed before. It looks like, I don't know if that's a dragonfly. It looks like there's a dragonfly in this picture, in the corner here. Tell me if I'm wrong, but it looks like it's a dragonfly. I don't know. I might have to get some information on that. That could be a sign also for somebody. Seeing dragonflies, that could be a sign for some of you. It's definitely okay. I'm not gonna go there. Anyhow, 10 of Wands. So a lot of work coming up for this week, and we see what it is about. So let's see the best. Let's see past actions. How have you handled crazy workloads in the past? So this looks like, again, dealing with swords. You try to search out the truth, the best way to handle a situation, and look for the most clear thing that you could do. Like, really focus on being clear-minded and not allowing your feelings to impair your judgment. That's how you have handled things in the past. So I definitely would say clear communication has been something. Having the right perspective, or it helped aid you in having the right perspective when it comes to things, and not just allowing your emotions to take over. Because if you look at this, the clouds are not around her head. So she's not foggy about whatever it is that she's thinking. She's very clear-minded. She's got that sword up, ready to execute fair judgment, to say, I'm willing to hear, and I'm going to judge things fairly. So let's see how you may handle things coming up in the future with this situation. How might you handle things coming up in the future? We have the King of Pentacles, but that is coming up in reverse. So you may potentially be overindulging in spending, and we are in a bit of a holiday season right now, even though I hate to put any kind of time in there as far as holidays, because I like for my readings to be timeless. But I will say that whatever situation that you are dealing with outside of the holiday may just be putting a little bit of a strain on your finances, and you could possibly end up being a bit excessive, maybe even overindulging in spending. So you want to be aware of your finances. Okay, definitely be aware of your finances. Let's see what your intentions are for handling everything. I think that you're definitely, you want to be considerate, you want to be generous, and stay well balanced when it comes to whatever things that you are dealing with emotionally, because again, with that Three of Swords, there really could be a lot of things that are going to be stabbing you in the heart and weighing heavily on your heart. But I think all in all, what your intentions are is to be fair, is to be clear-headed with the Queen of Swords, and to be firm in how you deal with things. Now understand, we've had the Queen and the King. So this is someone that takes on that type of leadership energy. You're not afraid to really get in there, do the hard work, say what needs to be said, do what needs to be done, but also using a lot of your experience that you have had that have helped you along the way, that have put you in that position. Okay. So I think that that's, you know, that's not bad. So let's see. What have I done? What are your feelings? How are you planning on, how might you feel, I should say. Those are your intentions. But how might you feel about... Okay. So your feelings, how you may feel, because again, energy can change, all right? You may be looking to have some type of growth in whatever it is that you are doing, and expanding things for yourself, looking ahead, looking towards the future at how you can better your situation with the Three of Wands. And again, this is putting some work in. So I would say that with the Ten of Wands being the overall energy of what you could expect for this week coming up, this could be all well and good. You know what I'm saying? It may have its moments where it does feel like it's very challenging, but I feel like with the Queen of Wands, there's this energy of not being afraid to put in the work, but understanding that you already have a clear vision of whatever it is that you are going towards, the goal that you have in mind. And with the King of Cups, making that hard decision of also possibly not feeling like always doing certain things, but not allowing your heart to rule over your head, and knowing that, okay, even though this is not really something that I really want to do, I'm definitely going to do it because this is what is necessary and has to be done. And that's where we see your feelings of knowing that I'm looking towards my future, and knowing that whatever work that I'm putting in right now is going to benefit me in the long run. So let's see what possible outcome we may be facing for this upcoming, or you know what, I'm sorry, action. Let's look at the action that you may actually take, or an action that you could take. The action that you could take before we look at the outcome. What action could you possibly take? Okay. I feel like with this, you may find you may be curious about a lot of different ways of how you could potentially handle things. But I would say before you jump the gun with anything, make sure that you are actually doing your research, and taking the time to think before you act, because a page can be very impetuous and move quickly, but this is energy that is very inquisitive. So make sure that you're looking into a lot of different options before you settle on one thing when it comes to, you know, whatever it is that you are going into. But I definitely will say that you may be gearing up to have a lot of mental energy, or utilizing a lot of mental energy, simply because your situation may call for it. All right, so now let's see what the possible outcome may be. I gotta roll these windows up because it is definitely starting to feel cool. Okay, I think that the outcome here is going to be that, you know, you're going to continue to persevere and feel good about the fact that you know that you are using everything that you have, being persistent, and are utilizing all those things that you feel will be a strength to you while you are doing whatever it is that you need to do. So, like I said, when it comes to dealing with, you know, the things that you are doing, and these are things that you are willingly taking on, okay, responsibilities that you are willingly taking on. Make sure that you are doing something to offset or balance out the things that you are dealing with when it comes to your emotions, your mental health, and your physical health. Do not allow one thing to lack in one area, because you may feel like, I don't have time to tend to it, because then other things are going to end up suffering. So that is all that I have to say for that. And I just want to say to you guys, you know, like I said, I really am trying to revamp my channel and do things a little bit differently. So thank you so much for coming to my channel. Invite someone to come. What I am going to begin to do, just to try to get some views up and subscriptions, more subscribers, is offer, I just got a message, I'm sorry, is offer a free read for every other video that someone watches. If you email me, and my email is going to be in the description box below, I will be willing to give a free read. Nothing extensive. It'll be something very quick, but just give something. And you subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Get someone else to subscribe to my channel, and let me know a video that you have watched, the title of the video, and what you have watched that has, you know, made a bit of an impact, and if that is something that you would care to see more of. I have a lot on my plate. I'm like that 10 of Wands. So thank you guys again for watching and supporting, and I wish you guys the best in this quote-unquote new year. For me, the new year hasn't really started yet, but that's neither here nor there. Anyway, I wish you guys the best, and until the next time, be well.